Welcome to the Deep Dive. We've got a really fascinating topic in front of us today. Our listeners have sent in just a mountain of research and articles all about the multiverse.
Oh, wow.
It seems like everyone's really captivated by this idea that our universe might not be the only one. So we're going to take a deep dive into this and see what we can uncover.
Absolutely. I'm excited.
Now we've got, scientific theories to sort through, pop culture references, even a little bit of philosophy in the mix.
It's all connected, It's all part of the same big question.
I guess the biggest question of all is, could there be another you out there?
Right.
Living a totally different life?
I mean, that's a question that's really fascinated people for centuries. It's not a new idea.
I was going to say, I thought this was a pretty recent idea.
I mean, the modern scientific theories are relatively recent. Oh, wow.
They imagined infinite worlds, each one with its own unique characteristics.
So they were already thinking about this like thousands of years ago.
Yeah, they were way ahead of their time.
Wow.
Yeah.
But how did this whole multiverse idea make its way back into modern science?
Well, it really took off in the 20th century with a couple of really groundbreaking theories. One of them is Hugh Everett III's many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics.
Okay.
And basically it suggests that every time a quantum measurement happens, reality splits, and it creates a new universe for each possible outcome.
Wait, so you're telling me like every decision, every coin toss creates a new universe?
That's the basic idea. Yeah, it's a consequence of quantum mechanics.
Okay, my mind is officially blown.
Yeah, it's a lot to wrap your head around.
Yeah, and what about that other theory you mentioned?
Oh, right. So the other one is Alan Guth's theory of cosmic inflation.
Okay.
And this one suggests that right after the Big Bang, the universe expanded incredibly rapidly.
It's like super, super fast. And this rapid expansion could have created these like bubble universes, isolated regions, each with their own laws of physics.
So we've got infinite universes from quantum mechanics and bubble universes from cosmic inflation. Like, how do scientists even keep track of all these different multiverses?
It's a lot. Right. So they've actually come up with this kind of classification system. Think of it like a ladder.
Okay.
Each rung takes us further and further into these unimaginable realms.
I'm ready to climb.
All right, let's go. So on that first rung, we has level. This one is the most straightforward. It's the idea of just infinite universes.
Okay.
So if space is infinite, which is what many scientists believe, then statistically speaking, there might be regions out there that are identical to our observable universe.
There's going to be another Earth.
Potentially, maybe even wearing the same outfit. Who knows?
Whoa. That's wild.
Right. Now let's climb up to level 2. Those bubble universes created by cosmic inflation. Imagine a giant cosmic foam bath.
Okay.
Each bubble is a separate universe, each one with its own unique set of physical laws.
So level 1 is about infinite space, and level 2 is about these bubble universes. What's next?
Well, buckle up, because level 3 is where things get really, really strange.
Okay.
This is the quantum multiverse, and this comes from that many worlds interpretation we were talking about. So basically, every single quantum measurement, every decision, every coin toss splits reality and creates a new branch of the universe.
So there's a universe where I had cereal for breakfast instead of toast?
It's possible.
And another one where I actually won the lottery last week.
Yeah, maybe you're living the high life in that one.
That would be nice.
Right. But seriously, every possibility, no matter how small, could have its own universe.
This is getting harder and harder to grasp. Is there even another level after this?
There is. We go even further down the rabbit hole to level 4.
Oh, boy.
This one was proposed by physicist Max Tegmark.
Okay.
And he called it the ultimate multiverse. This level says that every mathematically possible universe exists.
Wow.
Even universes with completely different laws of physics and dimensions that we can't even comprehend.
Okay, so we went from infinite universes to bubble universes to branching realities, and now every mathematically possible universe.
Yeah.
Is there a level 5?
For now, that's where our theories end.
That's a lot to process.
It is.
We've only just scratched the surface of the multiverse here.
Yeah, we have a lot more to explore.
And when we come back, we'll delve into what all of this means for science and whether any of it can actually be proven.
Definitely.
So stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've been talking about this wild idea of the multiverse, all these different levels of other universes out there. It's a lot to take in. But one thing I keep coming back to is how does any of this connect to actual science?
Well, it actually plays a pretty big role in some of the biggest mysteries in physics.
Really?
Yeah, for example.
Have you ever heard of the cosmological constant problem?
I have to admit, I'm already a little lost. What is a cosmological constant?
So basically it has to do with why our universe seems so perfectly fine-tuned for life.
Right.
The cosmological constant is a value that represents the energy density of empty space. And it influences how the universe expands. And the problem is the value we observe is incredibly small.
Okay.
Much smaller than what physicists would expect.
So it's like the universe won the cosmic lottery or something.
Exactly. And it's not just the cosmological constant. There are other fundamental constants in physics that seem oddly fine-tuned for life. You know, if these constants were even slightly different, we wouldn't be here.
So how does the multiverse help with this?
Well, if there are tons of other universes out there, each with its own set of physical laws and constants, then it's not so surprising that we happen to live in one that's just right for us.
Okay, so our universe isn't special. It's just one of trillions of possibilities.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes me feel less unique, you know?
Well, think of it this way. The vastness of the multiverse makes our existence here all the more precious.
I like that. So the multiverse helps explain why our universe is the way it is.
Right.
But what about quantum mechanics? All that weird stuff we talked about earlier.
Oh, yeah. The multiverse actually helps explain a lot of that, too.
How so?
Well, for example, the idea that a particle can be in multiple states at the same time, like Schrodinger's cat.
Oh, yeah, the cat in the box.
Right. So it's a thought experiment, but it illustrates superposition, which means a particle can exist in multiple states at once until we measure it.
So where does the multiverse come in?
So instead of the cat being both alive and dead,
Yeah.
imagine two universes, one where the cat is alive and one where it's dead. When we open the box, we're choosing which universe to observe.
Whoa. So every time we measure something in quantum mechanics,
Yeah.
we're actually splitting the universe.
It's a way to think about it, yeah. And it all goes back to that many worlds interpretation.
This is mind-blowing. But can we actually prove any of this? Or is it all just speculation?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's where things get a little tricky. Not all scientists agree that the multiverse is even a scientific concept.
Yeah, it does sound pretty out there.
Right. One of the main criticisms is that it's not really testable. Can we actually observe another universe? And if not, then some argue that the multiverse is more philosophy than science.
I can see that. It's like trying to prove the existence of a color that we can't see.
Exactly. And then there's the whole idea of Occam's razor, which basically says the simplest explanation is usually the best. So do we really need to think about infinite universes to explain what we see in our own?
So maybe we're making things more complicated than they need to be.
Some scientists think so. They say we should focus on explaining our own universe first.
Fair enough. But even if we can't prove it, the multiverse is a pretty fascinating idea.
Oh, absolutely. And whether it's scientifically valid or not, it's definitely captured the imagination of popular culture.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I was actually just about to ask you about that. How has the multiverse shown up in movies and TV and even music?
Well,
welcome back to the deep dive.
So we've been talking about this crazy idea of the multiverse, all these other universes out there. And now I'm kind of curious about how the multiverse has shown up in pop culture. Like, it seems like it's everywhere.
Oh, it totally is. Movies, TV shows, books, you name it. Everyone's exploring parallel worlds and alternate realities.
Yeah. And why do you think that is? Like, what is it about the multiverse that's so captivating?
Well, I think it taps into something deep in us, you know, like this desire to explore the unknown.
Yeah.
To imagine what our lives could be like if we made different choices.
Right, right. Like, what if I had taken that other job or, you know, married that other person?
Exactly. And maybe there's even a part of us that wants to believe that there's another version of ourselves out there living a better life.
Yeah.
You know, a more exciting life. I know I've definitely thought about that. Like, what if I had made different choices? What would my life look like? Do you have a favorite multiverse story?
Oh, there are so many good ones. But one that comes to mind is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Oh, yeah. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's not just a fun action movie, though. It uses the multiverse to talk about family and regret.
Yeah.
And, like, finding meaning in a world that feels really chaotic.
It's such a good movie. And it makes you think, too. Like, if there are infinite universes, does that mean we don't have free will? Are choices already made for us?
That's a big question, right? And I don't know if there's an easy answer. I mean, the multiverse definitely challenges our ideas about cause and effect. But I think even if our choices are playing out in other universes, that doesn't mean our choices here don't matter.
Right. It's like, just because there's a universe where I ate pizza for breakfast doesn't mean I shouldn't try to be healthy in this one.
Exactly. We still have to make good choices and be responsible for our actions.
Absolutely. So we've talked about a lot today, like different levels of reality, infinite possibilities, even free will.
It's been a wild ride.
It has. So as we wrap up our deep dive into the multiverse, what are your final thoughts?
Well, I think the multiverse shows us that we're always learning and growing. Our understanding of the universe is constantly changing.
Right.
And there's still so much that we don't know. That's what makes science so exciting.
I completely agree. And I think that's true for life in general. So listeners, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep your minds open to the possibilities.
Right.
Who knows what we'll discover next? Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the multiverse.